Hello, hello. Hello, Marcy. Who's here? Come say hi. I'm going to let about a minute to let people come in before I start answering questions, giving updates, and stuff like that. How was your week, Marcy? Hello, Annie. To give a bit of time to people coming in, I'm just going to give a couple of updates in case you're watching this on a replay. Today, I can only do about an hour live, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, because if you missed it, Tuesday's video, I announced we added an addition to our family and we adopted a pup. So every 2 hours, I have to go walk her outside to potty train her, and she's due for about 11:15. So I can't go past 11:10. So we're going to do that. Also, in that video, I announced that Thursday's live will have an adjustment. So I purchased a course for Luna and myself, and it's going to be on Thursdays. Next week, I don't know if I will be able to make a live, because by the time I come back home, it's going to be lunchtime. And if I do one, it's probably going to be like half an hour to an hour. So that's for next week. After that, the courses are 1 hour with Luna. So technically, I will delay. So instead of 10, it could be 10:30 or 11. But I will know once I have done the first course, because we have access to the grounds after doing the courses. So we might stay like after the training, like do exercise and stuff like that, and then come back home. So that will be an adjustment. So next week, when I come back, I'll add something on the community tab or just create a pop-up live, and like you'll see the notification. And same thing for the first live the week after that. So it's still going to be on Thursdays, but the times will be a little bit different. And then the last update I want to give you is how close I am to monetization. Well, I can tell you it's in a double digit. So maybe it can happen with today's live or Sunday's live. That's how close I am. So I want to say thank you for everyone supporting me, for everyone watching my videos, everyone doing thumbs ups, commenting, sharing, everything you're doing, because it's happening. It's happening, and it's happening soon. Getting a puppy is like having... Yes. I was up at 4:00 this morning. My husband went outside. He walked her, and then I laid next to her. She was on her bed next to me, and I slept on a couch because I didn't want, like, 4:00 is our sleep is not as much in depth. So I did not want to wake up the kids. She did great. So I slept on the couch from 4 to 6 something, and then went outside with her. So it's there's good. Yesterday was not the best day. Today it's starting to get a little bit better. Last night, it did good. She did good in her cage. So I'm going to celebrate the victories. But it is like having a 1-year-old. I don't know if you can tell with my eyes. So it's going to be a rough 2-3 weeks. Yes, melting snow. So I don't know. I asked my husband, should we tap our trees? Because it freezes at night and it warms up over freezing temperatures during the day. So we could tap our trees, if the temperature keeps doing this. So maybe we'll have a early spring, or we're going to have a fake spring, then winter's going to come back, and then we don't know. I have one of your playlists on another. Thank you. Yes, it is coming. Did I catch everyone's comment? Okay, so today I'm answering the question of Jim NB Homestead. And the question is, what are you doing to save money in your family? And he wants me to go in depth, in detail. So, you know me, I have my list. And if you want to add tips and tricks that you do to save money, put them in the comments and I'll make sure to read them. So if anyone wants to know them, obviously on the replay, it's going to come up on the screen. So the first thing I did, so my story started 5 years ago. So every year, my habits have changed and you learn, you grow, and you adapt. So the first thing I did was we knew that I was no longer getting paid, like I was going to lose my salary. So we did a budget and we analyzed every single thing that was coming in, everything that was coming out. Once we did that and we realized that we were not making enough money to cover all the costs, like car payment, the house, and like the insurances and stuff like that. So we started cutting out. So cable left. That's the first thing that went out. Cable, restaurants take out unnecessary stuff. Like, you know, you go to the dippener and like, oh, I want this. No, those things, like, those were the first things that we eliminated. Like, they were gone. Those are the first thing that I had to focus on the first years. And then we went with the bare minimum. So we ate. So we had everything we needed. It was just like the bare minimum. And then every year I analyze and evaluate the budget I have established and I adapt for the next year. And I find it helpful if I have a list with the price of everything I'm looking to invest. I'm talking not like buying a bag of flour. I'm talking like if you want a KitchenAid or a food processor that's more expensive, or a car or a repair on your car. Like, write these things down so that it helps you to save money every single month to get to that point. So like for example, this year I have to invest on the homestead, and I wrote down, and if ever I see a deal, it helps. Like I have like email lists coming in. I check often on the websites if they're on special, if there's a deal and stuff like that. So knowing how much you have to invest on bigger projects or items helps you to sometimes get them cheaper. And then I had to learn to do something very difficult in a world of that no longer does this. I had to learn to sacrifice. If I couldn't afford it, if I couldn't make it work, it needed to wait. And that's why it kind of goes together with the thing I said before. So planning, if it doesn't work, it had to wait. Sometimes it had to wait weeks, sometimes days, sometimes months, and sometimes years because I couldn't afford it. It couldn't happen. And I try to pay cash as much as possible. Credit cards, sometimes, you have no choice, but paying cash is still something that I do to save money, because you're going to pay interest if you pay credit card. So you end up paying more. And then another thing that we do, if stuff breaks around the house, I'm talking like repairable breaks, we either buy parts to fix it or find a way to fix it ourselves instead of buying it new. I know that when you break a broom, it's easier to go to the store and just get a new one. Or if you break a part of a chair, it's easier to put your entire kitchen table for sale and going to buy another one. We prefer to fix it because fixing it like keeps the investments lower. If we can't fix it, then we go to build our own DIYs because it's always cheaper. Another thing that helps a lot is shopping for deals. Like on my phone, I have an app that's called what's it called? Flip. and it gives me like Walmart, Super C, which is a food grocery store, Maxi, another grocery store that I have, and I always check for deals that I can buy in bulk. And then I buy used on the curb. The cheaper I can find, even though if I have to fix it, also sometimes it ends up being more expensive. But like I learn a lot. Like I try to buy used as much as possible, and like the best is free for us. Like for the first year that we were here at our new home, we would shop the curve on a daily basis. Like we would go on Facebook Marketplace, another app that we had, free. Everything that we could find free, we got it. So the renovations that we needed to do for the house, I found a mirror for $8. I found a sink very cheap. I found like the kids needed something for their rooms. I bought it used, and it was a little bit broken. We just fixed a screw in it, and it was fixed. It was not like the most prettiest thing, but it was functionable. And when I had a little bit more money, we did a little paint job like to make it cuter, but like it was functionable. I said that bulk buying, it really, really helps, especially for organic. When you buy organic bulk, it comes about just a little bit more expensive if you buy one item that's not organic. So flour, if I buy it in bulk, I think it's 17 kilos that I buy. It comes about the same prices of 1 kilo regular, not organic flour. So by buying bulk, I am able to buy more organic. I know it's an investment when you buy bulk, but once you divide it per kilo, it is cheaper. Marcy says, I have, oh no, that's not it. Hello, Marilyn. I thought I saw something. Cash is the king. Credit costs you with interest, and the business has to pay a portion sale for the credit company. Yes. Hello, Marilyn. Yeah, I always buy used if I can. Canning supplies, I bought used. Most of my canning supplies I bought used, except the pressure canners. I looked for years for deals to buy them cheaper. So I knew I had to make the investment, but I bought them cheaper. And if you have to pay credit card, I know the vendor has to pay a certain amount for that, a portion of the sale, but at least pay it at the end of the month. Paying it, all of it at the end of the month. If you can't pay it all at the end of the month, you have the answer that you can't afford it. Learn new skills. That helped me a lot. It sounds stupid saying this. Crocheting, knitting. You can make beautiful, simple gifts with that. Handmade gifts are always the best. Baking, cooking, bread, sourdough, canning, preserving, like anything, any new skill that you can learn on a long run will help you bring cost down. Thrift shopping. This is one of my favorite sports to do. All my clothes, I would say 95% of my clothes are thrift. I buy winter boots new because I wear mine for about 5 to 10 years. Sunglasses and glasses, obviously I can't buy them used, but mainly everything I wear is either bought on sale, given to me, or majority of it is thrift or hand-me-downs. Like my kids' clothes are hand-me-downs, and as soon as my kids are done using it, I make sure to package it and like give it to someone else that can benefit from those clothes. The younger they are, the less that they wear their clothes. So I'm still in like the prime time of I am able to have like hand-me-downs. Like I have clothes for my sons for at least 5 years that are given to me, or some people like bought a big bag of garbage for me and paid like $20 for it. And I have to go through it. I needed winter clothes, regular winter clothes, not homestead clothes. There was this counter in the next village that did, if you can fill a garbage bag, it's going to cost you $20. So I was able to refresh a little bit of my regular clothes. And like I'm watching again when that special goes on, because my summer clothes, like they are worn off, stained and stuff like that. So like I'm going to go through my summer clothes. I'm going to go buy another bag of that, and I'll have summer clothes, some for regular life, like everyday life, and some for the homestead. Uh, Anyone loves thrift shopping? I know Annie loves going. Even presents, thrift shopping, or like stuff that you've made yourself. I know I said that, but thrift shopping, sometimes you can find good things. The first year, no, so the 2 first years we were here, our Christmas gifts were hand me downs or stuff I bought used in boxes. Like I was like Legos for my son, puzzles. They're in boxes. They're just not wrapped. Like the kids don't know. So I was able to have like 2, 3 gifts for them for the third of the price. Grocery shopping. I know I said bulk and deals, but when I go grocery shopping, I have a list. Having a list makes it easier to stick to your budget, your weekly budget of grocery or monthly, however often you go doing groceries. And I always keep about $20 open. If I see a deal that's not on my app, when I go at the store, example, bananas are on special, I buy more and I freeze it. If beans are on special, I buy and I preserve them. So I always keep like a little bit of my weekly budget of grocery to buy if I missed a deal. And by having that list and being organized on your meal planning, that also helps. So meal planning, like a good, not, it doesn't have to be like specifics. Like you can just take your agenda and write that Monday you eat this, Tuesday you eat that, and then Wednesdays is leftover night, and then Thursdays is, I don't know, soup. Every Thursday is soup. For us, every Friday it's pizza night. And by making my own pizza, my kids keep saying, Mom, your pizza is actually better than the pizza shop. So I'm going to take that as a compliment. So every Friday night, we have pizza. So, and then Saturdays, I try to make like a grand, like a splurge meal, something that, obviously I make for my, like from scratch, but like to have like this family meal, but on a budget, like big family meal on a budget. I buy ingredients. So flour, sugar, salt, herbs, fruits, vegetables. And I don't buy prepackaged stuff, only the snacks of the kids, because I don't have time to make all the snacks, like yogurt. I buy snack, so that's prepackaged. If it's prepackaged, I try to buy like, if I can find package of like 100 granola bars instead of like 10, I have a preference of doing that. Instead of buying small little boxes. What else do I do? If the vegetables that I want are not on special, I buy frozen. If it's not the season, I often, like now I just ran out of cauliflower and broccoli. I'm out. Like everything I have preserved or bought frozen, I'm out. So I want, let's just say that I want to do, the kids enjoy when I do this. Like I take 2-3 servings of cauliflower, 2-3 servings of broccoli. I boil them and I add butter and I put like cheese on it, and the kids love it. But I can't buy a head of broccoli when it's $6.99 or a cauliflower when it's $6.99. So I go in the freezer section and I get more for my money. Like I buy the big bag. And if I go to Costco and that big bag of frozen vegetables is on special, I definitely will buy 2. I always buy used. Jason just ordered me an electric pressure canner. Yay! I love thrift shopping and antique shopping. I've never done antique shopping. I have an antique store. I know somewhere around here. But he thinks from what I heard, he thinks he's like a superstar or a Walmart because it's really expensive. So unless I can find like a shop that's like good priced, I have become cheap over the year. But definitely like vintage stuff is fun sometimes to find. I almost only thrift shop. My friperie was hard to go for a few last year, though. I need to go back, find a big pots for my flour. Yeah, I would love to find those big glass jars, like transparent jars, but they're no longer available, or they're like as expensive as the new ones. Rule number one here for food is eat in season, yes, or frozen. I always try to eat in season. There's also stuff that I do, like when I go to the grocery store, there's certain vegetables and fruits that I don't buy. Like if the celery is $5.99, I will not buy it. If the cauliflower is expensive, I will not buy it. If I really want to eat salad and the salad is $9, I do not buy it. And I know it sounds crazy because you need to eat fruits and vegetable, but this is where you have to open your mind into newer ways to find a way to introduce fruits and vegetables in your meals a different way. And frozen or dehydrated is the way we do it. Grow my own food. Well, I'm a homesteading channel, so that was an obvious answer. So I grow and raise part of my meat. Obviously, there's a lot of debate that if you grow your own tomatoes, you're gonna pay about 40 cents less for the tomato that you grow here versus the tomato you buy at the store. I totally disagree with that because growing food is actually therapy. You're actually exposed to the sun. You're exposed to something else than your phone, your computer, your job, your stress. You're out in nature. You're bonding with nature. You're rooting yourself to the soil, to the environment around you. You see beauty. You see buzzing things. You stop. Well, you don't stop time, but you stop like for a certain period of time, and none of it is taken in consideration when you harvest that tomato. Another thing is I can maybe get about for the same price that it costs me tomatoes in a box at the store, maybe a little bit cheap, maybe a little bit more expensive. So I'm always going to end up saving growing it myself, but you don't know what's on it. Like literally, you don't know what they've sprayed on it. You don't know where that seed came from. You don't know how they maintain their soil. You don't know anything. So by growing some of your food or most of your food or all of your food, you can control what you put in your mouth. And being healthy is a good thing because being unhealthy, you're going to have to spend more money either on minerals, vitamins, antibiotics, blah, blah, blah. Like being unhealthy is expensive. I said pay cash. Trade. I love trading. Trading. So trading my time or trading some things for sometimes, I need help doing this. And then the person says, well, you know, good example. I helped out a lady she needed a place for her ducks. So I adopted her ducklings for the entire summer. She picked them back up and she gave me little the chicks that I got. So we trade. So I gave her something, she gave me something. Annie, I traded ducklings and other stuff for meat. So yes, it costs your time, but you get something out of it to feed yourself or to paint or something. If you're a plumber and someone asks you for your time, and he's an electrician and you need like specific electricity in your house, you can trade, help out each other. We try to keep veggies to seasonal too. Like sometimes I do splurge occasionally because if you don't splurge, you're gonna crack. like sacrifices for many, many, many weeks. At one point, you need to splurge because it won't last. So sometimes I buy avocados, sometimes I buy spreadable cheese or a dessert that the kids really, really enjoy that I normally could make. But sometimes I splurge. But I would say most of the time I try to stay in season. It made me think, I'm sure you all saw this mom that is putting everything in boxes, all clean, shelves and snack, open bags and put it in boxes. All cute, but so many packages. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to, like, if two things are in front of me and they're about the same price, and one of them has less packaging, I have a tendency of going for the less packages because there's less waste in the end. But when I see those TikTok videos of I'm changing all the food that my kids are eating because of the problems we're having at school. But like, I'm seeing all these snacks, all those sugary snacks, and like they're all individually packaged, and then they put it in another box, and then they put that in, and you see all that pantry, and like there's chips, there's candies, there's chocolate, and like all of that are for kids or maybe adults. I don't know, because you never see these people, you only see their hands. But like, I every time I see that, I think of you, Megan. I was like, there's so much waste in that. um, Tomatoes taste so much better than the ones in the store. Yes, there is two varieties that I buy at the store that are okay. The Kumata from Costco. It's like a saladette size dark brown tomato, and Savoura cherry tomatoes. Those are the two that I buy a splurge off season, that they're okay. Hello, Tracy. Tomato tastes so much better than the ones in the store. Plus, I get volunteer tomatoes plant coming up. Yes, 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 yes. And you like growing your own tomato is also so rewarding. Like, I know that it sounds stupid. You take a seed, you put it in the soil, you watch it grow, you take good care of it for 4 or 6 weeks. Then no, it's always a 10, Tracy. And then you see that thing grow, and then you see your first flower set, and then you see that first tomato, and then you eat your first tomato sandwich. You can't put money on that because it's so rewarding, so fun. And then from that plant, the year after, you might like triple or double what you've planted. And now, instead of having 2 slicer plants, you're going to have 2 slicers and 2 cherries, and you're going to be self-sufficient tomato for the entire summer. There's no money you can put on that smile on your face, on that feeling inside of your body. And the fact that you can like say, today I want to eat like a 5-story high club sandwich tomato sandwich. Like, you don't have to, if you have, like, let's just say 4 or 5 tomato plants, you can have like at least a dozen of tomatoes in prime season coming out at the same time. And like, you can have like that big, 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 big tomato. You can smash it and have lots of homemade mayonnaise in there, salt, pepper, and like herbs, and yum, 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 yum. I can almost smell basil and tomato right now. I was excited when my peppers and my this year or last year. I just seeing my kale sprouts from seeds I saved myself. Nice. That is also an amazing feeling. So learning new skills, either in your household or outside, is something I mentioned. But like, saving seed is also a way to save money. I know I forgot to say something. Oh yeah, when I grow my own food, I have to buy seeds. So buying seeds, there's a couple of ways you can save money. trading, like having like a seed swap, saving your own seeds. And at the end of the season, there's always like you get emails. I make sure to register my email list, and I get like 10% off, 15% off, early bird, buy one get one free shipping. And like let's just say I have a X amount of budget every year for seeds, and you get it half price. Well, that means you have half of that budget that you can allocate to something else. You're a little bit early, Marcy. I don't plant peppers until March, and I think you're in zone 5 like I am. Yes, I know. Mine is like as big as it should be, but it's not changing color just yet. Yes, hit that like button. It helps me out. Every time you hit that like button, what you do is you tell YouTube that you enjoy my content, and it pushes my content to new viewers or potential viewers that could enjoy my content. And the last thing I do to save money is I keep an open mind, because what works this year might not work next year. I have to analyze, and this is why I do this exercise every year. I have to analyze where I am, what I need, what I have learned, what I hated from the year that I just did. And I try to look to others for inspiration, because like I don't need to have all the answers figured out right away. I can go and check out minimalist, like a minimal person channel, and become and learn how to live with a minimum. Like you don't need 5 hairbrushes, you only need 1. And by doing this, I also living to live with the bare minimum is also, like I did say that earlier on, but like learning that, thinking behind it, having less is actually having more. I'm going to say it again. Having less is actually having more. You don't need 5 hairbrushes to brush your hair. Like unless you have like specific curly hair and sometimes you straighten it, and then you need 2 brushes. Did I say that I cut my hair and my husband's hair to save money? I don't remember if I said that. That just popped in. And I did at one point cut my daughter's hair also. So by going through my stuff just before Christmas, in November and December and January, I start taking out my stuff in the kitchen, and I took out everything I haven't used in a couple of years, and I'm going to sell it. And then put that money into a box, or I have like this little crate in my little mason jar in my kitchen. And when I need to make an investment, we just pick from that jar instead of picking it from our bank account. They don't produce if I don't start them early. We're in zone 4B. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know then. How did you do with the lawn keeper? I don't know if I'll be growing lawn keepers this year. I don't know. If I am, I might do only 3 plants, because they're not in my 104 tomato plants that I calculated. I still eat them. We made bruschetta yesterday. Nice. I cut my own hair because I can't go to the hairdresser because they chemical and perfume. I can't. Well, that sucks. In 6 years, I went to my neighbor's to cut my hair, to redo my cut, and she didn't wash my hair. She just used water and her scissors. She didn't and she dried my hair, nothing else. She didn't do anything else than cutting my hair so that I can have this a nice shaped head. And I tell my husband to go at least once a year so I can refine the lines of cutting, because I'm not a hairdresser, but sometimes when I look at my husband's head, I'm like, I could have done better, but like he used to go every 3-4 weeks, and that's now $25 a month about for hair. And for myself, I think it's like $40 to cut your hair. That's a lot. So those are the things that we cut out. This year I chose the Hamilette tomato, which is a long keeper. Nice. I didn't know that. I cut my own hair because I'm too cheap and lazy. That I now say proudly that I'm cheap. I also switched to shampoo bars and stopped using conditioner. My hair is healthier than ever. I switched to organic soaps for my body. They're in bars. I've been doing that for almost a year now, and I have shampoo for my hair, and I have conditioner that's organic. But I tried the what do you call it? I made some apple cider vinegar. It's a hair rinse, and you just add rosemary oil, essential oil, and lavender. So one time I wash my hair with the conditioner, and the other time if I have the time, I try to do with the apple cider rinse. Since I only done it once, I was really impressed. Like I have very, very long hair. So unless I can find a DIY conditioner spray that I can brush my hair after washing it, I think I'm gonna like switch from conditioner and then the hairspray, the hair rinse with the apple cider vinegar that I make. Okay, so I'm not the only one. But can't cut my boyfriend. He goes to the hairdresser once every 3 months, I think. Okay, so his hair is a little bit longer. My husband keeps it short. Yes, I am thrifty. But in my thrift shop, like sometimes I see something used, and I say, nope, too expensive. Like sometimes, since I've been checking prices a lot, I go on Facebook Marketplace and there's stuff that's as expensive as brand new 2-3 years ago. And I'm like, sorry, no. I'm not paying something that you're going to make money out of. Like, let's just say you bought a rocking chair 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And it's a Dutalier, which is like really, really a good brand. And you bought it $200. And now there's a market for it, and it went up in price, and everyone's selling it for $300. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Like sometimes, like I think the world has gone crazy. I refuse to pay more buying used. Awesome. Share with me. I need to buy those for the hair. Like there's a bottle that you can like put liquid in it, and like it goes into your like in your roots, and then you massage. And then I think I have the spray bottle for a conditioner spray, but I haven't looked for a conditioner recipe. I switched to the bar shampoo too. Well, I have been no. I switched to what's no poo. I have been no poo for a few years, but it never really worked. So at least I'm not buying bottles. I want to switch to shampoo bars as well. In the place that I bought my bars, which is in Three Rivers. Hello, Danielle. I'll tell you after. Like I'm going through a couple of directions at the moment. I saw that she has shampoo bars and conditioner bars, and obviously soaps, and she has bars for for my dogs. I wanted a pantry cabinet IKEA. And I found one used. And I looked at the price. It was like, that looks fishy. It was $300. And I went on IKEA and I saw that stuff that was like like maybe $150 now is like almost double. So because IKEA is now more expensive, this person is selling it more expensive. What's No Poo Works? Great for kids when their hair has not been used for shampoo. Okay, I don't know what this is. Now I'm curious. So I guess it's no shampoo? Is that what you mean? Method of washing your hair. Oh, okay. I saw someone that was just washing her hair with water and something else. I'm learning something today. That's also a trick to bring down the cost and save money, is to DIY your own soaps, laundry detergent, and other stuff. And you also cut out the chemicals that are in it. I don't know if this year I will be able to replace all my soaps for either organic or safer. But like I'm trying to switch. Like for my dish soap, I bought the BioVire in bulk, like to wash the dishes. And I also do that for the dishwasher tablets. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to go and search the no poo. Like I enjoyed the apple cider rinse that I did, but I didn't know you could do that for the shampoo also. Does anyone else want to share? I've said everything I wanted to say for how do I save for my family. Does anyone want to add anything? For the people that are watching this on replay? I've started using 1 tablespoon of Castile soap and 3 tablespoons of baking soda for laundry. No scent and clean. There is one that I saw that I'm seeing often, which is washing soda, borax, a type of soap bar that you like you grate and then you melt it. No worries, any. I'm gonna go also soon. And then there's like 4 or 5 ingredients. You mix that all together. For us, no poo is just water washing. None of my kids ever had their hair washed with shampoo. Even my 10-year-old who gets ton of products for competition and stuff. Awesome. Like we grew up but thinking that everything that's in the stores are like safe. So I recently changed to bar soaps, handmade, and I changed also my hairs for organic. But I'm sure even though if it's organic, there's probably like crap in it I'm not supposed to use. It's a little. I'm gonna have to look into that because if I only need water and then do the hair rinse, well, that will bring the cost of the soap for my hair down. Really? Okay. I didn't know that. So Marilyn and Danielle, if you want just to share the information of this either here, I am interested in knowing more. If you can send me information either on my phone or Messenger. There's a soap in town that makes washing machine soap. It looks like a bucket of ice cream, and I use 50 gram. Oh, okay. I have a yeah, on the no poo, please. I have a about 40 minutes away from my house a healthy store. Um, oh, you just so you not even occasionally use Castile soap. The lady I saw occasionally she uses Castile soap with water and she washes her hair and her scalp. And once her hair is dry, she said she would brush her hair to take her natural oils of her scalp down her hair. And she also did the apple cider vinegar rinse with water, warm water, in oils. She was using lavender oil and rosemary to stimulate the hair growth. Hard for adults never was able. I was saying there is a health store that sells soap, all types of soap in bulk and all that. But I went to buy a shampoo, and when she told me the price of a liter of the shampoo, I was like, "You lost me!" Like, um, it's too expensive. Like I thought it was going to be just a little bit more expensive than the regular stuff, maybe like $5 more max. But when she told me the price, I was like, "That's the last time." So this is why, like, I'm experiencing right now with the conditioner rinse to see if I can get like altogether not buy um, conditioner. Hard for adults, never was able to not have greasy hair anymore, but I'm able to wash them. Okay. Well, if you go straight for it, you will cry a bit a few months because your hair oil won't understand. Okay, well, this is like, I know that you have to do this in transition. Like, maybe switch to a soap bar and then go gradually. Hello, Butler Family Farm. Have a wonderful day too. I'm not going to stay too long because Luna is due for a walk very soon. Like, I try to go walk her every 2 hours so that I can potty train her. I have to untrain her because she was potty trained on the pads inside. So it's been a learning curve for me and for her. So I try to have like a schedule for her so that we can succeed within like a week or two of like officially being all out. Well, mostly all I saw. I know she's like a pup. She's about 15 weeks old. So I know I still have lots to learn with her. But if she can stop potty in the house, that would be awesome. Any big plans for the weekend? Because the temperature is getting hotter. I don't know if it's going to happen this weekend. What's happening this weekend? What's happening this weekend? This weekend. Saturday, it's -1. Sunday, 2. So it is going to be a wonderful weekend here. And from what I'm seeing for the next couple of days, also till March 2nd, we're going to have like hotter days. We're not having a regular February. I just researched using blue light to encourage photosynthesis and plant growth, leaves and such, and red light to encourage fruit production. Should I only use blue when my kale is sprout? I only have one light that has the two stages. Um, my Where my tomatoes are at right now, when they were germinating, there is a veg. There's veg and there's two clicks. So one of it is for when there's no flowers, and then when my tomatoes started flowering, I added the second, which is I don't know if it's called red light for mine, but I flicked that one on because I wanted the fruits to bear and mimic the environment of outside. But my plants, if I am to grow them inside and then transition them outside, I normally use my sun blaster normal white lights, and they're not supposed to set any fruits. I just want to make sure that I'm answering your question right. Um, I just researched blue light encouraged for this in the blonde leaves. Should I only use the blue when I think so. Like unless that you can't separate them. My first grow lights had all of them. It was like this string of light. There was red and there was blue. And I couldn't separate them, and I just left them as is. If you can turn it off, maybe. But I'm not an expert on that because I like mainly 99% of my grow lights are all white. It's only like that big light that I have when I want to do inside growing that I flick it on. If I don't have bearing fruits under it, I take it off. I would research on that. Maybe look at the specs of your light online and see if there's like Q&As that you could check online to have a specific answer. But some lights come with both. Some lights come with separate, but grow lights are not my specialty. Sorry, it's just linked to my dog. 31 degrees here, so I guess we are having heat waves next to you. Well, I'm in Celsius. So I don't know if you're in Fahrenheit or Celsius, but it's like we're just above freezing and a little bit under freezing right now. So technically, I can start tapping my trees. Like it freezes at night, and then during the day, the sun comes out, and like it reaches higher temperatures. My leg grow lights have red and blue, and I can okay. For my part, this weekend I don't have anything big planned. If the temperature on Sunday is ideal, maybe take the kids sledding. But with Luna, like we want to bring her everywhere, so I'm not sure. So we don't have like big plans for the weekend. But I do hope to at least the kids play outside to enjoy that beautiful weather that's coming up. And I am sowing a lot of seeds. I'm doing like little mini clips here on YouTube. I'm also doing mini clips on Instagram and on TikTok now of everything I'm sowing and why. And since I have a high tunnel, I am sowing and transplanting 4 weeks prior to what I would normally do. And I say, like every single day, I say what I've sown, why, and I'll be doing updates also, like accordingly. So now my Swiss chard has officially sprouted. I have my fennel that's sprouted. Basil for inside the house that's sprouted. What else? My thyme has started sprouting. And that's about it. Misery. Okay, so you're way over me. Like I'm 5B, so you must be like 6A misery now. This is what I found so far. Violet blue lights encourage chlorophyll absorption, photosynthesis, and growth. Red light promotes flowering and budding. Okay, so you don't need the red light at this stage for your kale. Awesome. What are you planting? I know that my regular garden, I'm due for um, I have to sow lettuce for the tunnel. So that's earlier. I have to sow my ornamental aluminum. It's like this big ball of it looks like it's called ornamental garlic or ornamental onions, like it's a big ball. I have to sow that. And celery seeds is at the end of this week. In onions, leeks, shallots, parsley is at the end of the month. So this is what I am. I'm 5B in growing zone. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, growing zones. I am in Canada, in the province of Quebec, and I am close to the Ontario border. I'm kind of in microclimate, so I am 5B, but like it doesn't freeze as like my last frost is September 23rd, and sometimes in October it still hasn't frozen yet. My first frost is about May 12th, but sometimes I experience frost at the end of the month of May. So that's what I have to sow. If I don't have any more questions, I'm going to let you guys go. Okay, I have to go look to see what we are in. Well, Missouri, you're when's your last frost? Is it in April? Hi, Joam. I'm about to leave. I hope you had a fantastic week. What did you go shopping for? Are you still here, Joam? Okay, so you're probably around 6. Living Tradition Homestead is in Missouri, and I think there's zone 6 or zone 7. I can't remember, but you're around there. No worries, Joam. No, I know. Well, if you missed it, I adopted a puppy, and we are on a walking schedule every 2 hours, and I'm almost due. So this is why I have to cut it short. In the future lives on Thursday will also be a little different. They're going to be on the same day, but pushed back a little bit, and I won't be able to stay as long. But I will still answer questions and chat with you guys. No worries. Well, if you have questions, what you can do is pick a video, like the latest video, and just put a question there. And then when I see your question, I'm going to write it down. And then next Thursday, if I don't have too many questions, I will answer them. Or if I have too many questions, I will just answer some on Sundays live and some on Thursdays live. Ooh, grow lights. Yeah, it's true. It's almost time to start sowing seeds. We are in the southwest corner next to Oklahoma. Okay. I'm not too familiar with like every single states. Like I know a little bit. Hello, Remy, you're missing me. I'm about to leave. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to talk with you guys on Sunday and give you updates of the little Luna and how we're all doing. And if you have questions, write them either on replay on here or any videos. I'll write them down and I'll answer them for you on future lives. Take care, everyone. Bye. No worries, Remy. Hello, Prep for Eternity Homestead. Awesome, 50%. I'm just going to read the comments before I let you guys go. Did I miss anyone? Sorry, Prep for Eternity Homestead. I'm just about to leave. I do hope that I get to chat with you later on. Bye.